Super hockey.
I smoke my house, man.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh, that's a JJ Watt got pick?
TJ?
TJ, damn.
Yeah, JJ Watt was a fucking problem.
Yeah, man, we're good. Sideways.
Sick.
Keep throwing that shit. That jealous, though, man.
A bit closer.
Oh man, y'all live with that?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah, we live with you saying JJ Watt.
I'm live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Let's get that.
this guy don't know ball.
I'm gonna say thing.
All right, just a quick heads up. Can't join the pod without the shades. I brought some just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I got some other shades if you guys want to see.
You got the time.
Yeah, time please. Yeah. Just looking at that.
Now, do I have to have the shades on the whole time?
Can
I
you not see?
really can't see.
Oh, you can't see like that? Well, you just
You got
You got something on your eyes. You
You
got
got
something on your
prescriptions?
eyes. That's something. You know what I'm saying?
No, these are kind of fly too, though. You gotta have like a real nice size face to wear those.
That's my boy right here.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, but it might. Alright. Nah, it might be alright. See your face.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta watch your face for those.
But I mean,
Right,
I need my glasses to look real
Yeah,
good.
bro, you gotta be able to see, brother.
I gotta be able to see.
Ray Charles over here.
Right.
No, I think I'll be good.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not reading anything. So.
Yeah, no, we're straight.
So we'll have y'all pass this back and forth.
Yeah,
and
we
then
got-
we'll just pass it.
A little bit of a struggle bus today, but we're gonna have fun with it.
100%.
Preemptively, yo.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
All right.
Check.
That's good.
Yeah,
I think. That's
All right.
good. Do you never mind. Well,
What's up?
I was thinking about just making sure that the mics were being heard, but they're being heard. So
Yeah, they're
sure it's fine.
they're coming through on the other side too. All right, straight boys.
Yeah.
You ready to do this shit?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, boys. So, cheers. We're here at Ink Factory. So,
Yeah, man.
here for the Jags 49ers. So, cheers, boys. Appreciate your minutes
Go
jumping
Jags.
on today.
Let's go Jags, man.
Oh, that's actually kind of smooth.
It
I
is
like
really
that.
smooth. I really do like that.
I like that.
Yeah, man. So, real quick, man, how you guys doing, man? How you feeling about today's game?
Confident.
Confident?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that the Bengals was a wake-up call.
It was.
I think that they showed in last week's game wherein the Jaguars jagged, it didn't end up jagging us. You feel me?
When the Jaguars were jagging off.
Right. So I feel confident. I think, all we have to do is really catch the ball. If we catch the ball and we're dangerous.
I won't say that's it because I think the pre-snap penalties this game could cost us a lot, if we're not careful.
I don't know. We've been smacking shit all year. I feel like, honestly, I feel a team. I mean, we've lost one game, but nobody's beating us yet.
We should be 3-0.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's beating us
We
yet,
should be fair.
and right now we're still looking like second fiddle in the AFC side,
Right.
which is fine
Right.
for me because I mean the Colts got the Chargers. They got
They got the Rams
Yeah,
today.
Rams,
Rams today.
So you'll get to see what that looks like, but at the same time, I'm not concerned about. Honestly, this game, like I'm trying not to look too far ahead because
Yeah.
you got to knock the one down that's in front of you, but it's lining up for us right now. This
It
is
is.
how our schedule is lined up. We were bad last year. We get a last place schedule. We got to take advantage of the last place schedule.
Gotta take advantage of that.
And coming out of this 3-1, I mean, you can't really be too mad at 3-1 coming out of the first quarter of the season.
Nah, we were saying this on Wednesday when we met up. I think Seattle's really a tougher matchup than the 49ers right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so 49ers should have won probably like 1 or 2 Super Bowls, but they've been injured every fucking year. So
Injured now.
I mean,
Right.
if the player's not out, they're hurt. Whether it's McCaffrey, Jennings,
Debo in the past or
Debo,
something.
it's like-
Ayuk.
Ayuk's
Yeah.
gone, so
Yeah.
they should win. This is where the Jags this season. I just want to see them beat beatable teams, right?
Right.
Win the winnable games, and you'll be fine. And I think Liam Cohen. I think we should probably go through the coaching staff because we got a fun matchup today too.
We
If
do.
you really think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
That's the toughest part of this 49er team. It's not necessarily the players, it's the coaches.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think everybody up here wouldn't have batted an eye if we would have got Saleh either as maybe not a head coach but defensive coordinator.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not
I definitely
you're
take
not
him as
gonna,
defensive
you're not going to bat an eye at defensive coordinator.
No, yeah.
Head coach, you're going to look at it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if the good outweighs the bad, then you might pull the trigger. But like I said, in the coordinator role,
Yeah.
all right, you want that's what you want your defense to kind of look like. But
Yeah.
like I said, they're banged up too. So I mean, we should be able to. I like their front seven, but that was also when they had Bosa.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they got Fred Warner. I mean, it's still probably one of the best linebackers in the game.
Hopefully he
But that
plays the whole game.
secondary to me, I didn't watch too much film.
It's sweet.
But that secondary looks
sweet.
very sweet. It
Yeah.
looks sweeter than it's looked in the last couple of weeks.
Agreed.
So-
also they didn't get much pressure on Kyler Murray last game.
Well, after he went down, they say that.
I mean, even before he went down, they didn't really get much
well,
pressure.
the pressure rate dropped from, I think, like 48% to like 23%.
With Bosa, right?
With Bosa from when he was in the game to when he got hurt, it dropped almost 30%.
That's
Dramatically.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like, so without that, it makes the day a little. If I don't have to worry about, because Walker Little to me is the weakest link on the line.
Yeah, we've been going back.
We've been talking so
So
much
if I don't
about
have to worry about Bosa, because I can deal with Anton. I've seen Anton deal with really good
100%.
edges
Yeah.
even this year and in the past.
See, that's what makes the argument.
Walker Little, I don't know how Walker Little's going to look against Bosa.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
But see, to me, that's what makes that argument invalid because Nick Bosa, majority of the time, would have been lining up on Anton's side.
No,
I don't know. I think
so.
Solid would have switched that.
They take a,
I think Solid.
I mean,
a good defensive coordinator is going to take advantage of what
with the weakest
if I
person
perceive it to be a weak link. I know I'm not going to say I'm not the end all be all, but I know I can't be the only person.
right.
Who
We
sees
ain't,
that?
coaches,
Like-
but we see it.
Like they watch the same games that we watch, and they have way better cutups.
I don't think they do according to their coaching staff.
Oh my God!
Well,
According to them, we still
I can tell you-
signed.
I can tell
You're
you
legally
this.
cheating if you do that.
Well, no, he didn't cheat.
And he says no. They
He didn't say
the
cheating.
head coach
He
says
said
that no. They believe in a fair game.
He used the word cheating.
He said they're legally. No, he said they're legally stealing.
I'm telling you the Kyle. I'm telling you
he
the
said
Kyle
stealing.
Shanahan follow up to it, and they asked him, "Well, do you guys do that?" And he said, "No, because we believe in a fair game."
Yeah.
I
Did
hate
he
it.
really
What?
say that?
He
Yes,
really said
he
that.
literally
Well,
said
they mentioned it. They said it's a legal way of doing
Huh?
it. So
That's just a hater. I mean, that's all it sounds
That's
like.
not they hating.
It
Yeah.
it sounds like they can't do it.
And
To be honest with you,
and a bunch
it sounds
of
like they can't
a
do
bunch of
it.
excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Three excuses.
It sounds
How you
shit.
gonna cover your ass in the game?
It
when you
sounds
start?
shit. Honestly, it sounds shit.
Crazy.
So that's another reason why I think I have a lot of faith in this team going out west, winning. Plus, like we said earlier, the Colts 3-0 lead the division. They are also going out west. They're about to play a real team.
The
Yeah.
real team.
You know,
Finally.
You play two teams that aren't playing good, and you got a lucky call because you actually lost the game against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Time had expired. You missed the field goal. Flag comes in. I didn't see the leverage, but hey, if it was my team, I'd be happy about it too.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah, I'm excited.
we're a bad call away from being 3-1. 3-0, and I mean honestly, I don't even want to blame it on the call because we all know there's other things that we
Yeah.
could have just done right before that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are a call at being 3-0, and we're a call away from being 3-0. So
Yeah.
I think the real test comes for them, and this is a real opportunity for us not only to break a curse over on the West Coast, but take control of the division.
Yeah, for sure.
They just got to do their job, bro. You said the things that we're away. We're about 15 drop passes away from being a dominant football team.
Yeah.
Because that 3-0 is, you can be 3-0 and people can talk about you like the Colts.
Yeah.
Right.
You haven't thrown. They haven't had really any adversity. Like you
Yeah.
said, they haven't really done anything. They haven't even turned the ball over yet. So you don't even know how Daniel Jones is going to respond to throwing an interception.
Right.
We know how Trevor's going to respond to throwing a pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's any indication of what he's done this year, it's after he throws that pick, he's going to dial back in and throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or at least drive us down the field. So, like I said,
Let's
yeah.
Let's stay on that though. Let's go through the breakdown a little bit deeper in like head-to-head matches. We're talking about Trevor, talking about the drops too. So let's kind of stay on track there too. What do you guys think? I think we've had a really good, Trevor's played night and day. I mean, just the eye test from what he was the last couple of years, I think. You're seeing the best of him, but he's still getting a lot of hate. So how do you guys feel about him? I mean, he's had some hot and cold games, but the drops and the penalties, I think those are the things that are really killing him. So what's your overall take on Trevor?
Me personally, I don't think I've seen him have a cold game yet. I've seen him have a cold quarter.
Yeah.
Honestly, through 3 games, I've seen him
Couple
have
passes maybe,
a few. But
everybody's had that.
if you watch enough football, objectively,
yeah,
you'll see that every quarterback makes bad throws.
just the tightened.
But sometimes what even is a bad throw, because what you may think is a bad throw might be the best throw that quarterback should have made. I mean, look at the game last week. The Britton Strange, he threw it outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where else do you throw that ball? Your tackle. Remember the Cincinnati game we were all discussing what happens when Walker Little gets beat, and if Trevor should get rid of. And Trevor was getting hit while he was throwing the ball. I was like, hey, you guys got to get rid of the ball quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
He did that last week, and because Walker Little got beat.
Yeah.
And he felt the pressure. He said, okay, I can make a decision. I can try to squeeze it directly on him and risk it being behind him a tad bit, and then that's a pick 6.
Yeah.
Or I throw it out there and let my freaking nature tight end go make. If he can make a play, then it's a great play, great highlight. If not, it goes out of bounds. We live to fight another day.
And I think what we forget is these are like split-second decisions as well. Like we're talking about like millisecond decisions to be able to make those type. When you see that pressure coming in your face, and you see the pause. When you see that pressure, like right there, and then you like make those type of decisions. Those are like millisecond decisions, And also, I had another point that I forgot. But what I will say is that if we catch a lot of the passes that we're throwing, because Trevor's putting it on the money. And I think a lot of people who are making these wild accusations that Trevor's not good are just box score watchers. They're not watching the game for real. They're watching the box score.
No, I totally agree. I tagged Nick Wright. He did his tiers, and he had Trevor on like tier 6 or something. It was the next to last tier, and he says, hey, the Jags are 2-1. Trevor's my guy. I'd love to say it's all him, but it's not. It's in spite of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the way he's making it sound is, okay, Nick, I know you didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
Right. I know, and that surprised me because he usually at least takes in, the condensed version of it, right? But I just think, and look, I'm okay with it. Amongst the community, amongst us, we can talk about it, but for them, at this point, I think that we should just embrace the hate. I think that we should just go ahead and rise into our villain era. Because look, right now, we're in a prime position. We technically have 2 prime viewing spots. Right? There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on us this week and next week.
Yep.
Now, we said it on our show that if we win, there's going to be an excuse for the other team.
Yeah, injuries, yeah.
Right, and especially if the Chiefs were to lose to Baltimore. I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying if that were to happen,
It really should.
Now you have a 1-3 Chiefs coming to Jacksonville. For them, this is their bounce back game. Which again, we were supposed to be the Texans bounce back game, and they're 0-3 right now.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So if the Chiefs were to lose to us, there's this. This is just a bad Chiefs team. Blah blah blah. But that's okay, and I want everybody out here to know. Hey, look, that's okay. Amongst ourselves, hey, let's talk about it.
We know what it is.
We know what it is. But let us just everybody listen. My man talks about Kaiser before he was a villain. Before he was a villain, hey, the man was just out here just trying to live. He was out here trying to live, bro, and y'all killed. Effing
You are animated. We
I'm just saying, dog. You gotta keep
anime section.
You gotta listen. Let them have it, and let us just be the bad guys, bro. At this point, let us just be the bad guys. They want to hate on Trevor. We know what it is, bro. So
we don't want to be America's team. Forget that.
bump it.
We play better when we're the underdog anyways.
That's what it
I'm
felt
gonna-
like in 22. That's what it was.
Yeah, and we're not going to be the underdog for long because once we start stacking up these wins, especially in the second half of the season, we're going to be, I'm confident we'll be fighting, at least, if not division leader, maybe the top like 2, 3.
Yeah, because bro, the hard part of our schedule is supposed to be right now.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to be going into it right now. Because
Yeah.
Cincinnati was supposed to be that. Houston was supposed to be that.
Nah.
Those were the supposed hard games for us.
But this happens every year. You got to think too, like you go into the season, like we thought everybody when we did the predictions and stuff with Jamal St. Cyr and stuff, we're like, this is a loss easily. But you don't realize like how your team's gonna be playing,
How the other
injuries.
team is gonna
you
be
know what I
playing.
mean?
There's so many things that factor in.
Like Arizona's a tougher out than you think too. Like,
Man, I'm not worried about 5'2" quarterbacks. Man.
I'm just saying, like
I'm really not
you
worried
didn't
about-
expect the Colts to be, maybe they're a paper tiger right now, but maybe they're playing for
well,
real.
no, I expected we expected the Colts to be.
That's not what we said.
They were.
That's not what you said. I was saying they were better than you
We
think.
know we knew that the Colts all they needed was
Quarterback.
competent quarterback play.
Yeah, competent.
Because their defense was good. They have Jonathan Taylor. Like they have a really good running back.
The whole. I mean, their offensive line's got a little bit down.
The
but
line
rest
is
of the team
good. So it's one of those things where if you have somebody who's not just throwing interceptions all the time,
Or checking themselves out the
yeah, you have a good chance of winning football games, especially against other bad teams.
Right.
So I'm not. They're gonna have, like I said, we talked about that. They're gonna have to deal with some stuff when some stuff starts to go wrong.
For sure. What do you think about? So we're on quarterbacks now. It's kind of a good move to San Francisco. So Mac Jones, I thought played pretty well the last few games that he was there. I mean, he played kind of good with us. He played Mac Jones games. I call him the white James Winston. So, but he's out now. So he had an injury, but playing well. Brock Purdy's coming off turf toe. So I think the main thing with Brock Purdy is a little bit more mobile, and that's why you would have maybe a little bit better decision maker too.
But not coming off a turf toe.
That's what I'm saying. With our defense and the way we're a top 3, top 2 defensive line in the league.
If Brock Purdy can't move,
he's a sitting duck.
He might as well not even go out there. But I want him to go out there and try throw a pick real quick. But
backup quarterbacks.
I'm with
no
you.
Jake Brownings. We don't want to play.
I honestly did not want to play Mac Jones. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had a choice between the two, give me the Brock Purdy with the turf toe over Mac Jones every day of the week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. He's not gonna make it through the game with that turf toe, I don't think. I think we're gonna see both. I think we're going to. Because I don't think Brock Purdy's going to make it through the game.
I agree.
The way the D-line's been playing, he's going to be trying to run that turf toe. Bro, Joe Burrow, we didn't know anything about Joe Burrow's turf toe.
Yeah.
And he's not going to play football no more for the season.
He said for a few months.
Yeah, 3 months. This season's done.
That's a great segue to where I think my favorite matchup is going to be watching is Kyle Shanahan versus Coach Camp. That's going to be my favorite matchup to watch because I think the pressures that Coach Camp dials up on Brock Purdy, he's going to try to get Brock out of here, especially off of all of the pregame press conferences and things like that they've been saying. I think Coach Camp has a chip on his shoulder going into this, just watching these and he's not one of the guys who's going to say it out loud in the pressers, but I'm pretty sure that message has been spread throughout the locker room. And I think that defense really gets after them today.
I don't believe this team needs any bulletin board material.
That's fair too. No, that's fair too.
That's what I was going to say.
I think that they don't deviate from their game plan. This is just another game to them. This is a business trip.
Yeah.
And I think that it doesn't matter what. If anything, it just sounds like an excuse from the opponent.
It did. It recovered their ass.
Yeah.
So I think Coach Camp, they're going to do what they're going to do. That's his game plan. He didn't need them to say anything for him to do what they're going to go out there and do. And same thing with this offense.
Which is kind of crazy because he talked about the Rams and the Vikings. That's our offense.
Yeah.
We're still in so now we're still in signals for your defense.
To know what you're doing on defense.
I wasn't even really paying attention. I was paying attention when he was talking about it, but I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, he didn't say anything about Green Bay. And like, so what signs? We're still in signs on your defense?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah. So like when they do their checks, so when we do our motions, they have to do checks to
Yeah.
communicate back and forth with each other. If Trevor sees something, or the coaching staff sees something, it's like, hey, when we do this,
That's called
if they're-
watching film.
Right. It's called doing
You're
your
best
job.
because y'all have built-in audibles, like y'all can,
Right.
because y'all defense can change.
Because
How
y'all-
about you don't never switch?
Right.
Just
Just do the same audibles
in,
every game.
Stay whenever you come out the huddle and stay in there
Yeah.
and figure it out.
Yeah. So what do you guys think is the biggest threat to, like, because I think we're all pretty confident playing the banged up 49ers that we're going to handle them pretty easily today.
I mean, still.
What is McCaffrey?
No,
McCaffrey.
I think Devin Lloyd and Oluokun. I think like Foyer's got to be able to cover this kid. He's all over the place. So
Yeah, but that's probably gonna be Devin. Without
I
them,
don't-
without having George Kittle, like I think that frees up. When it frees up an extra set of eyes, because you still got to guard their tight end, but
yeah.
you can't teach.
He's not
George Kittle. You can't
Yeah.
teach George Kittle stuff. You can't teach Travis Kelce stuff. You can't teach. They just know how to naturally find those pieces to get open.
Yeah.
But that's
So-
I think what they're doing well with Devin this year though. Why I'm excited is they're blitzing him and they're not letting him be in coverage
Well,
and
yeah, they're using them how
how he's supposed to be.
why the reason he was drafted.
Exactly.
How he was drafted. Yes, he could do some drop back stuff, but hey, let's bring some pressure. He could rush the
He can
passer.
actually-
Why not
yeah.
help your pass rush with somebody who's fast like that and
Yeah.
they can't get their hands on? He's going to get through that crease every time.
Yeah.
And
And I think you're going to see a lot of Dennis Garnett.
I was just about to say that.
Coverage?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I like
in
him
the
in
flats.
coverage.
In the
I like him in
flats,
flats,
a lot of flats. Phantom pressure,
Yeah.
dropping back in the flats.
Mhm.
So I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be a lot of Dennis Garnett.
I was going to say he's played up a lot. He played up in Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't like that matchup.
You don't like Dennis Garnett?
Dennis Garnett has been playing
He's a
really
speedy
well.
guy.
Yeah.
And and honestly, it's about familiarity. So it's not
Right.
like the coach can tell you some stuff, but
You haven't done it
But
yet.
if I've played against Christian McCaffrey 6 times,
Mm-hmm.
and I know, hey, this is how we prepare to kind of slow him down, and it's not like
Yeah.
experience helps, man. The coach can tell you whatever he wants.
This,
But
this
if a
team
guy,
takes
but if a guy's
advantage of
in,
their
you
edge.
gotta play. You gotta play. You gotta use your.
Yeah.
That's why you brought these veteran players in. That's why you have Jordan Lewis in the defensive back room, pretty much the leader of the defensive back room, and you have a guy on that who's in there that starts that's been there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, they're playing McCaffrey more in the slot too. I mean, he got like 10 catches last game too. So maybe it's less like Gardeck and the linebackers you have to worry about, and it's more, hey, they're gonna put Jordan Lewis, they're gonna put Dewey, they're gonna put like Eric Murray, they're gonna use a little bit more like safety defensive backs on him than you're worried about. And we've got great tackling secondary. I mean, we talked about this a little bit too. Like Tyson Campbell's coming up in the run game, smacking people. Like that's one of the reasons I think Travis Hunter we could probably talk about soon, but like I think that's one of the benefits we have. We have a great tackling defense on top of all of it. 'Cause our secondary just comes up and smacks people in the mouth. What do you guys think though? Well, I mean, just real quick on Travis Hunter too, because this is a big discussion. Like right now, I don't know how much more they can do to have him like make a bigger impact in the game. He's playing wide receiver 3. He's your quarterback 3. I mean, they put him on special teams last week just because they need to get more snaps.
De'Ami went down too, so I mean,
Yeah,
just-
but even when De'Ami went down, they put in Tim Patrick.
So I mean, I think they're doing. I'm not. People got to chill. Because honestly, like,
Yeah.
what did you expect? You expected him when his first day in college football.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best player in the country.
No.
Yeah.
His second year in college football, he was looking all right. He was looking really, really good. He
Yeah.
was looking like he could potentially be the best player in college football.
Yeah.
His third year in college football, he was the best player in
Yeah.
college football.
Yeah.
He's played 3 NFL games.
Yeah.
This is not a 1 year thing.
No.
They didn't
They're
use the
ramping
capital. They didn't use the capital.
No.
They didn't do it. It's too important for us to just say, oh yeah, well Dion said this and he gonna play this. I don't know. That's not how it works. He wasn't the best player in the country when you got him at Jackson State.
It's the NFL.
He's one of the rawest talents, but he's super talented.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So he's like what you're saying. They need to ramp him up slowly, and I think starting him on defense or playing predominantly on defense like he has been.
But look, the thing is, you let him decide you're letting because he's playing both ways because he wants to play both ways.
So well, they want to play both ways too, though.
Because he said he can,
and he has the ability to.
Yeah, but
they need him on both sides.
But it's
too,
mostly because he said that he can do it at this level. So since you said that you can't do it, we have to treat you like you can do it. But we have to make sure that you're here for a year 4 or 5, and when it's year 4 or 5, we believe you'll be probably one of the best receivers in the league, and probably maybe the best corner in the league. And we need you to be that in 3 or 4 years. If it so happens that you're that this year or next year,
great.
That's an extra. That's a bonus. But we don't. But we're not. Yeah, this ain't. You're not trying to go to another level. You're at the highest level.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we're nurturing that the best way as possible. I don't care about nobody's outside perception.
Yeah. Well, here's
whatever Shah Khan and Tony Vaselli and the people down there and everybody.
Yeah.
That's their decision and how they figure it between them and Travis. And like I said, until he says, hey, if he wants to say, hey, I want to play corner, and then give me packages on offense, then I think that's what we shift to.
Yeah.
But he said he can play both. We just got to see how it pans out.
I think long term he's definitely going to play full time both ways. Like what you're saying is true. I think the first year is going to be a little bit more experimental. It's going to be a bigger learning curve, and then most likely, I mean, Diami's on a 1-year contract. He's playing well, but most likely he probably won't re-sign with us, and then Travis will be our actual wide receiver too. We'll see.
Really?
Well, you also have Parker. I mean, this is my point too. I was trying to say is how many you can only get Travis Hunter so many snaps right now, and that's kind of the issue. I mean, they were trying to feed him the ball, obviously we talked at length. Like in Carolina, if J.C. Horn didn't make that great play, he would have had a bomb over 100 yards. Everybody would have been like, oh, Travis Hunter's arrived. The Cincinnati game, they tried to feed him a bunch. The Walker Little pass, it would have been a touchdown for Travis Hunter. So it would have been completely different. The penalty get called back on Travis Hunter. People would nationally look at him very differently right now if all those things didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying right now is it's more about snaps. He's not going to bump Tyson Campbell out of the cornerback 1 position or Jordan Lewis. He's not going to in base formations when they play that. He's not going to be able to bump him out because of how well they're playing at the run game. On offense, when Diami's healthy, you have Diami, BT, and you have Parker, which. It's hard. I already thought ahead of time it's gonna be hard to rotate in these guys. Really, when Travis is in the game, you can tell they're trying to get him the ball, but there's only so many snaps to go around. There's only you can't only spread the ball around so much.
Well, maybe right now I'm thinking maybe we should be limiting certain targets for certain people because we gotta give the guys the ball who's gonna make the plays right now.
Like who?
Well, not right now, not Brian Thomas.
Well,
I don't
I see what you're saying.
Because honestly, like I said, look, after the Cincinnati game and on our show, I said, hey, I don't even want him to play next week. I said because I have a feeling he's going to be a net negative the same way he was a net negative in the Cincinnati game.
And that's fair.
And on last Sunday, yes, you had a big catch for 46 yards. But you were still a net negative. You still had multiple drops. You still put us in a position to where we had to go pick up that 46-yarder towards the end of the game. It shouldn't even been close. Like I said, we've been physically dominating teams, and the only thing that's been holding us back, the main thing that's been holding us back, is our offense killing as our receivers, mostly him, dropping the ball on third down, on third and fourth downs, and we're just getting off the field and we're not doing it. It's tough.
Or when he catches the ball, we get a call back because there's an illegal motion. You know what I mean? Shit like that will kill drives, kill the rhythm of the defense. But here's the issue though. All right, that's your point with BT. Playing less, getting less targets. Do you think that's going to give him more confidence or less confidence going forward? It's going to give him less confidence.
Well, my thing is if they're saying that it's hurt, if they're saying it's it's either a risk. Well, no, I'm not going to say that because on the 46-yarder, I can see his left wrist was limp. I can see it was limp when he was running before he even threw that ball to the thing. And
then put it on the injury report. It was on
the injury report.
Well, I know. I'm saying
before
before.
It was on the injury report after Cincinnati.
Yeah,
they put the risk on there, but it's just.
He's out there. He's got to be able to perform.
Yeah, you have to be able to perform because my thing is if you're gonna, and like I said, that goes for anybody who's gonna have more drops than you have catches on the season. then, and like I said, to me, it was just, maybe you need a reset, bro. I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I honestly don't even really, I mean, there's stuff that's public that you could be like, okay, that's maybe why you're going through some stuff. But at the same time, if you're hurting the team, you not being there probably would have been a positive, just because somebody else would have been in there, and maybe Travis Hunter gets the 12 targets.
Yeah.
And I don't think Travis Hunter drops all those.
No. I mean, look what he did with that one catch.
Yeah.
Caught a 6-yard catch and took it for 20.
Yeah, so it's just not so. Like I said, and it's not a. I'm not trying to beat down on him, and maybe that doesn't instill confidence, but at the same time, unless you're willing to say something to somebody, you got to. What else can we do? Because what happens today, I don't want to put it out there, but what if he has 4 or 5 drops today? So and he's the because like I said, he was going to be the sole reason why we lost last week.
Yeah.
So I can't think everything else aligned. Our defense played really well, got the ball back for us, and we were able to come down and make some game-winning plays. But we've been putting ourselves in horrible positions. We talk about self-inflicted wounds, and that's the main self-inflicted wound. And you don't want to blame it on one person because it's a team, but that's your job, bro. We asked Trevor to be good. We asked Trevor to be better every day. He has to be better, right?
You're right. I'm with you. I think the sophomore slump is real, but go ahead.
But I think, okay, so I'm just going to respond to that, and then I want to answer your Travis Hunter question. I think that what are we more worried about, feelings or winning?
Winning.
Right? So that's what it comes down to.
But whose feelings are you talking about?
I'm saying BTJ, because you said his confidence, right?
Gotcha.
His feelings will affect his confidence, and in that by being sat down or getting less targets, listen, you get what you earn.
Sure.
You get what you earn,
Facts.
bro.
Facts.
And right now you're losing because you're not executing to the expectation that we have that you've allowed us to have by what you did the year before. Right? Now, I'm not saying I want BTJ off the team. I'm just saying there is a way to get Travis Hunter more involved in the offense. You scheme him up. Same thing you just did with Parker Washington last week. Parker Washington had 11 targets.
But he had more snaps. This is the issue. And not this week because Deani's out, but because there's only so many snaps to go around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got
to take somebody out.
But you also got to remember, at Jackson State, at Colorado, he was the best player on his team.
Yeah, they were force-feeding him the ball.
We're in the that's what I don't understand with NFL fans is we're in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you're in the NFL, you played to some type of high level in college, right? Just like he did. Not everybody's an award winner, but he's not playing against Appalachian State. You know what I'm saying? The whole Appalachian State.
Even when he went to Colorado, you got to remember what the team was. That team won 2 games, I think, the year before. They were trash. So you don't even have any competition at receiver or corner to get pushed. And we love Travis, but like I said, there's nobody stealing. There's no time. There's no snaps being taken. There was no snaps being taken away from him at Colorado because that's Deion's other son. Just like there was no snaps ever taken away from Shador. Like. This is big boy stuff now. This ain't playing for your dad. This ain't playing for your daddy no more.
Right. And so he can increase his role, but they have to scheme him to do it. Right.
And that's just what I was gonna say. I said he can get the necessary snaps. Because he's getting good snaps. Don't get me wrong, but like you got to my point. If you scheme it and make it purposeful and actually make it about him, that's when we're going to see the immediate production that we may be looking for. I think right now he's making an impact on the field, especially in the cornerback position when he's running man. They're not targeting him. That's a good thing as a cornerback.
It's quiet.
It's quiet. You know what I mean? And then anybody that throws it in his general direction, he hasn't given up any big plays. It's all underneath stuff to where he's coming up and making a tackle.
It's all schemed
that way.
He was allowed to give you that because that's what the defense
that's what it is.
We were giving you these 8 yards right here.
Exactly.
We don't want you to go for
exactly. Right. Exactly. So I think that I saw a stat that says we run some of the most cover 6 in the NFL right now, and that's just protecting the deep ball. You know what I mean? And as long as we're not giving that up, dog, I don't care what the snaps are. I don't care about winning. We're 2-1 right now. Yeah. If we win this game, we'd be 3-1 going into the Monday night game. And if we're going into the Monday night game 3-1 and they're 1-3, dog, I'm gonna be insufferable. Right. They're gonna hate me because I'm gonna be talking crazy. I promise.
100%.
Yeah, I just think it's less about like perception. I could care less like how people perceive Travis Hunter, but it's to your point about the winning. It's like I do think he has an opportunity, and I think it's mostly on offense. To be honest with you, I think before I keep going back and forth, but I'm gonna stay on this. Like I always think Travis Hunter specifically needed to start the season on at cornerback 1 or whatever it might be, right? So I thought primarily like defense stick on him or stick with that and then build up on offense as his route running develops. You know what I mean? That's kind of what you're talking about. Like he was the best player at Colorado, but not necessarily the best receiver here.
Mm-hmm.
So as he develops, keep building up his snap counts on offense. But I just think it's a hard. I don't like them going back and forth. I don't like them saying, okay, yeah, week 1 against Carolina, we're gonna give you a ton of targets, and then all of a sudden, okay, week 3 against Houston, oh, you're only gonna play defense basically, and then you're gonna get a snap or 2 on special teams. It's like, all right,
The targets were pretty even. The snap count was pretty even on both
targets
sides.
is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think and maybe targets are just. It's depending on how they play it. Maybe because they're spreading the ball around evenly, it's not going to happen every game.
Both games we won, by the way.
Yeah, both games we won. But I think for everybody in general, they just want to see the number 2 overall pick look like the number 2 overall pick. And it's no shade against Travis. It's just everybody's kind of questioning how they're using them right now. I think this game specifically against San Fran, though, thankfully, I think this is going to be his breakout offensive game where he's going to go over 100.
Right. I don't disagree with you, but I will say it doesn't matter.
I was going to say that.
It doesn't matter. Because
matter.
this team, with the team, the regime, the front office says, look, we are just going to do whatever it takes to have more points on the scoreboard than the other team at the end of the game.
Right. Yeah.
And if that means Travis Hunter only gets one target, hey, we won the game.
Exactly.
If we can win the game and he gets 15 targets and 10 receptions and 2 touchdowns, and that's awesome too. But that's not the focus. You know what I'm saying? The focus is we got to do whatever we got to do to win the game.
Is going to be the hot hand. That's who it's going to be. If the running backs are getting off, guess who's getting the most production?
Right.
ETN. ETN. And anybody, you know what I'm saying? Whoever the hot hand is, that's who's gonna. That's whatever's gonna help us win the game. That's what's gonna happen, right? But to Jay's point earlier, you can't be on the field if you're not gonna help us win the game.
Agreed.
Right? Or we can't waste precious targets on you if you're not gonna help us win the game.
Agreed.
We still believe in you. We know what you can be. Can you get back to that?
Right.
That's what we're looking for. And until we know that, hey, Parker Washington needs to be more involved. Brenton Strange needs to be more involved. Travis Hunter needs to be more involved. Tim Patrick, Diami.
Whoever is going to catch the ball needs to be getting the targets.
If we stop killing drives with the drops, then we can get more targets to guys. Like if the plays ain't stalling out on the other side of the 50 on the initial 3rd down because somebody dropped it 10 yards down the field, then guess what, bro? We just lost a potentially another 6 or 7 pass attempts or targets.
Yeah.
Or if you catch the ball, maybe we scored a lot more points, and we're not even worried about
Targets,
drops or targets because it's like, hey, well, we scored 35 points.
Yeah.
We didn't even have to throw the ball 40 times. Now we only threw the ball 27 times, and it was only 3 incompletions.
And you know what's fun for the you know what's fun for the people that actually watch the game? They know this offense is moving the ball.
Yeah.
But if you look at box scores, national perception, it's like, oh, their offense is terrible. Trevor Lawrence must suck, whatever. It's like, no, guys, like you're not watching the full thing.
I called in 2023.
They're moving the ball better
in
than you think.
2023. I called what was going to happen to this Jaguar team.
Yep.
We started off 8-3. I said, oh yeah, this shit ain't gonna last.
No, they're a paper tiger.
I watched from
Yeah.
that first game. I said, I remember because me and Jim, we watched the game. It was the away game, right, in Houston. I said, oh, this shit looks horrible.
Yeah.
23. That was the
Colts game open. I said, bro, we look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's clunky. The defense, and we won the game. Well,
It was kind of the opposite of what's happening now.
We won the game because it's honestly kind of the same.
It's
thing,
the same, but
it's just we're arriving to the result differently.
Yes, yeah,
because
yeah,
then we were arriving to the result off of just purely the defense just getting us in great position.
Mm-hmm.
The offense was the offense was
Booty.
clunky all the way. We got hot at the end of 22, and they really couldn't. People couldn't stop us. Trevor was just on fire.
Yeah, we were the comeback kid.
Yeah.
So, but we were just riding really good. We were still riding from really good defense and an okay but clunky offense.
Yeah.
And we were able to ride it for 11 games.
And I think this is the first game that you're going to see a complete game. I think on both sides of the ball, hopefully, I think the defense has been dominating. They're, in my opinion, I think they're the best defense in the league. I know Cleveland's been putting up numbers too, but like well, no, they have a second. They got a couple guys. But I think
Man, they got
Denzel
Miles.
Ward.
They got Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, that's like having Aaron Donald. Like, those are like just those single person game workers that it makes your linebackers better. It makes your safeties better.
Yeah.
It makes everybody. And I love our guys, but we don't have Miles Garrett.
We don't have Miles Garrett, but if you look at Josh Hines Allen last week, you every play, that's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I think this is the first week that they're going to put a full, complete game together. You're going to see the offense move the ball. Hopefully, there's no penalties, so you're going to see him score more and sustain drives. And I think on defense, they're still going to ball because they're playing a banged up Niners team that really doesn't have as much fire. Like we talked with Brock Purdy, probably going to be a sitting duck. You might see Mac Jones at the end of the day.
Our kickers, our special teams, like our kicker shouldn't miss. Logan should probably punt the ball.
Yeah,
like,
we talked about
really
that
good.
too.
Still cannot believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we said it on the show, but me and Jimbo talked about this off air. I think the last play from each
I said it on
said it on the show. The last play from each field of our
Like just position group.
each group. The
last
last play
punt
that they
was the
made
greatest-
was
was
the
the
best
best
play,
punt.
essentially one of the best plays up there.
Last
Day.
catch.
Yeah.
So
last
Oh,
run.
dope.
the last run was a touchdown. The last throw was the 46-yarder. The last
catch.
field goal kick. The last.
Well, no, not the last field goal.
I thought he made his last.
No, because last field goal
Antonio
was
Johnson.
47
Okay.
yarder.
I thought he made one after he missed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The
the last punt. And then Logan Cook's last punt was the best punt of the day.
And then the
Right.
defense
Fits
is
with-
strip.
Yeah.
With the strip.
Wait, that
and
was the last? Oh, yeah, it was the last one. I thought that was Antonio Johnson, but
Well,
okay.
no, it is. I'm saying, but for us to move ahead,
To get the ball back.
to go with the go ahead.
Got
score,
you. Okay, got you.
Like
I see what you're saying.
everybody did their job.
In those last moments,
Right. From the punt to the from the punt to the offensive drive to the strip. I'm sorry. From the punt to the defense getting the ball back to the offensive drive. And then the defense came back to finish it.
Yeah, nah, I mean, hey, that's if we can put sequences together like that consistently, there's nobody that can stop anything that we're doing. I think that today is going to be tough in the run game. I do believe that. But I do believe that, one, we have the offensive line to be able to protect Trevor in the pocket right now to where he can go through his progressions and it's in a way to where it's very quick, very timely, to where he gets the ball out fast. And I think that Coach Cohen dials up like the quick dropbacks and, getting them out fast just to check the timing of their defense and how they react to certain things. And then I think we hit one deep with BTJ. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Let's do this, guys. So something we did with Travis Holmes too on the pregame show. Let's go around the table. So one, we'll start with kind of like our players of the game. Who on offense you think's gonna have predictions, like who on offense is gonna have a great game or needs to have a great game. Defensive side of the ball, same thing. And then we'll go around after we do that. We'll kind of do like game predictions, what your score. So let's go with Jay first.
Who needs to have a good game of offense?
Offense, yeah.
Number 7. I mean, I think everybody else should do. Well, all the receivers need to just say, hey. But they said, Coach said that Parker Washington's probably had the best practice that he's ever seen from Parker Washington. But
It's true though. I've seen him train camp too.
if you feel like you fucked up, you probably should have. The problem is I haven't heard him saying it. I haven't heard him say about BT.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Because Parker had 2, and that's not even like his thing. He makes difficult catches in traffic. So the fact that he said he's had the best practice, and I've seen some of his practices, and they looked really good then.
Yeah.
I think Parker's dialed in, but 7 really got to dial it in. On defense, honestly, same thing. Tyson just don't get beat. They're going to be trying to hit you with a double move now because you fell for a double move last week.
And against T. Higgins, he got beat on that. I mean, he's playing he's a good season, just real
Yeah.
quick. He's been playing great this season, but he's made 2 awful plays that have really hurt both games.
Getting his eyes, I think just getting his eyes caught in the backfield because people are getting picks, and you just stay.
Just want to be aggressive.
Just stay in it. Just stay in that flow. Stay in that flow state. Don't stop thinking. Just keep playing, dog. Because right now, like I said, it's always after we've gotten a pick. It's not to start the game. It's towards the end of the game. It's what I would call like the Russell Westbrook syndrome. When he used to play with James Harden and Kevin Durant, I used to watch them games, bro. KD hit a 3, James Harden hit a 3. KD hit a 3, James Harden hit a 3. Next possession, Russell Westbrook's not looking for nobody. He's gonna make sure he gets the rebound. No, he's not even gonna do the thing he does best. He's gonna snatch the rebound off the defensive glass. He's gonna push it in transition, and he's just gonna just jack it from 3.
Yeah.
Make or miss, it didn't matter. He not even look to see if it went in. But he was getting left out. He got left out when it came for them to shooting 3. So he's like, I gotta get one. I gotta at least get one up. Yeah. So he just got it, man. The ball won't come. Everybody's getting them right now.
Yeah. So BTJ for you and Tyson Campbell.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. What about you, Jim?
So I'm gonna say, and this isn't even shade to Trevor, but I'm gonna say Trevor. Just you got to make the passes you're supposed to make. Like do your job on your end. Like he said, the receivers got to catch the ball, but just continue to make more consistently good passes. That would be my offense, and on defense, I'm gonna have to say Trayvon and Josh Hines Allen. Man, you know what? I thought you were gonna go linebacker, so I was like, I'm gonna take my linebacker back and go to the D line. Cool. I feel like it's been happening like that all.
Hey, we gonna have to switch seats or something. They might be too close to me.
But yeah, I just think that the edges on the D line, and we kind of said on the show, little bonus. I kind of hope with Yashir Abdullah not playing, I kind of hope BJ or Danny get called up to see what those guys do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So on offense for me, it'll be ETN. I think today, we got to get the run game going at some point, or we become one-dimensional and predictable, and then we offer a lot of opportunities for Trevor to make mistakes. And instead of catching everyone off guard, I like that Cohen makes the run look like the pass, and I think that we could take advantage of that here today, especially with how good their front seven is. And then on defense, for me, I'm gonna go interior D line. I'm gonna say Eric Armstead. No. Wait, no. Okay. I'm gonna say he has to make a really good. It's the beer. I ain't had nothing to eat. I'm gonna say he has to make a really good impact today, especially with Christian McCaffrey, good trying to go between the tackles. Exactly. Yeah.
And you haven't, and so far this year, and honestly, because it's your first time really playing inside. He's made some plays, but I ain't seen you dominant. I ain't seen you. Right.
I do want to see, especially with Brock Purdy, that may not be as mobile as he could be. I think that whole D line has an opportunity to feast, and I think that when we're talking about the edges, exactly. I think the edges when they're coming off, like he's gonna step up into the pocket because he's not gonna try to go outside. He's not gonna try to. And once he steps up into that. Yeah, and once he steps up into that pocket, I think our interior D-line really has an opportunity to really get some sacks in.
Yeah, Mason.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I was gonna say Eric Armstead as well, not only against his old team, but also think about this isn't necessarily the same San Francisco 49ers team that we're used to the last few years. Now they lost a few players, like, especially on defense. Now they lost Greenlaw. Well, I mean, other than injuries, but which is also a big thing. But Greenlaw got replaced by this kid D Winters, who's actually playing really good. So I'm not him and Fred Warner are playing awesome. Now their secondary though, like Ufunga and stuff like that, being lost, and they got a couple rookies back there. But anyways, on the Eric Armstead point, I agree. I don't think this offensive line is what it used to be, especially up the middle. They still got like Trent Williams on the outside, but like I think you can win games up the middle.
You can play around Trent Williams. I've seen teams do it. You can play around Trent Williams.
Yeah. So yeah, on offense though, I would say Travis Hunter for me personally. I think he's gonna have a big game this week. I think they're gonna get him a lot of targets, like we talked with BTJ. Like, yeah, he might get some attention with like was it Lenore? Yeah. So I think they're still gonna say, hey, he's the number one wide receiver. So somebody else is gonna kind of beat the secondary that's a little bit softer. So I'm gonna say Travis Hunter does that. And then on top of that, on defense, instead of Eric Armstead, I'm not actually gonna say Foye. So I think Christian McCaffrey is the only chance they have of scoring points in this game. Pearsall is good, but he's been dinged up too. I think like. So Pearsall is a beast. I think
I knew he was gonna be.
Yeah, but I think the only opportunity they have to really score points or move the ball is either run the ball with McCaffrey or throw the ball to McCaffrey. And I think if Foye stuffing the runs up the middle or playing him in out of the backfield catching the ball, I think he's gonna have to have a huge game for them to shut that down. Because if we do that, I think we're blowing them out, honestly. So yeah, let's go predictions though. So what do you think? How does the game go? What's your final score prediction? And go from there.
I can't really remember what my. Yeah, I had 21-7
Wow.
Jags.
Okay.
I just don't think they're going to do enough. I don't think San Fran can do enough on offense.
Yeah.
Like I said, hobbled, no George Kittle. I mean, as long as Christian McCaffrey doesn't make the next Amazon commercial on us again, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. So 21-7 from Jay, and then
I have the score a little higher. I say 30-20. I think there's
Okay.
going to be a defensive score in this game.
that makes sense.
Whether it's a pick six or a scoop and score, I just feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it come. I'm not saying we're gonna enter and leave every game with a
Defensive
turnover, but I just think if it's Travis Hunter, I think it'd be even more sweet. But yeah, 30-20. The spread has us plus 3.5. So we said take the points out and win outright, and it was 47.5 for the over under. So I'm taking the over on that.
Me too. Yeah.
I do have the game lower. I got it 20-14, just because I respect both defenses, the way that they they play, and if to your point, if we do get that defensive touchdown, I think that 27-14 might be the I can see that as well. I do need 2 field goals from Cam Little, so.
Yeah, so I think we're all on board and it's a clean sweep. So I think the Jags win this game. I think the offense really shows up. I think they spread the ball around well, run the ball, throw the ball well. I think they have a really good game on offense. I think it's going to be a little bit more high scoring, so not in the 30s, but I'll call it 28-14. So I think they handle them pretty well. I do think defense actually plays a great game and keeps his turnovers coming, which is going to be huge. I think they're going to get after Brock Purdy, especially if he can't really move off that turf toe. So honestly, I think it's not even that close. I think they score a garbage time touchdown too. So I think they handle him pretty well.
I think that's what that's kind of what we've seen. Like we didn't allow Carolina to score, but Houston got a late touchdown.
Yeah.
Cincinnati got a late bullshit touchdown.
Carolina got a late one too. Yeah.
And what was the other game? It would have been something similar too.
Yeah, that garbage touchdown.
Yeah,
and then Chuba Hubbard got that garbage touchdown, off of
so
the
it's
pick
just-
six being called back.
So it's just little stuff like that. You clean up. Like I said, if they just clean up the stuff that they're doing to themselves,
Yes.
nobody's beating us.
No one has beaten us.
No one
That's what I'm
has
saying.
beaten us
Like
this
nobody
year.
has. We've beaten ourselves.
And it sounds, and yeah, we've said this in the past, but that's because also the players were being coached to beat themselves. Right. They weren't being coached to overcome the mistakes.
Yeah.
It seems like they're being coached to overcome the mistakes that they're having right now. And like I said, we're 2-1. Great opportunity to be 3-1. Hey man, like Jimbo said earlier, these next 2 games. Last week, look, I said it on the podcast 2 weeks ago. That Houston game was super important. Couldn't go out of there 1-2.
Could not.
To the 0-2 at the time.
Yeah.
Now these next 2, it's all building blocks. Same thing about bringing Travis. We got to learn how to be a good team. That's how you become a good team. Is just learning and not having bad habits. Got some bad habits right now.
Yeah.
Clean those up. Still got some time.
It's still early in the league. I mean, in a year, so this season is going a lot better than a lot of people predicted, and it's going exactly how I predicted it. But at the same time, this game here and Monday night, and I'm glad it's happening like this. I'm really glad it's happening this early in the season. We get a real look with how we shake up against the rest of the AFC. I think that playing this NFC team, if we're honest, 49ers are still, because the NFC is kind of weak in comparison to the AFC, but it's still a powerhouse type of team if we're talking about it, especially in terms of reputation and things like that. But I think now that we have this set up the way that we want to, we beat this team, and then we go Monday night and beat the other powerhouse team in the AFC. We look entirely different moving forward. That's it, man. And I think that it's time to make that happen.
Yeah. I think it's really all about winning the winnable games. And I think even when Kansas City comes in here, and I don't think it's going to be a trap game for them this week, because I don't think they're looking, hey, we're going to play Kansas City after, and, we're looking past San Fran. I don't think that this coaching staff allows them to do that, nor do I think the type of players we have and leadership is going to allow them to do that anyways. They still realized, hey, we got a lot of stuff to fix. So I don't think that's going to happen. But to your point, though, I think, if we could win this game, it's going to give us a lot of, kind of like what Texans game did. Even though we didn't play that great, it gave them a lot of confidence moving forward to say, okay, we can get through these tough games. We can figure out ways to win the game.
Where would have fell apart before?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's been a great podcast, though. I appreciate the men in teal to jump on today with us today.
Yes,
so
sir.
Definitely got to do it soon again. So
We gotta do the cross, man. We gotta get you guys on.
Yeah,
the side.
100%.
You guys on the side, you guys can do it from the comfort of your home.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we appreciate you guys
can,
coming.
Yeah, you can indulge in whatever. You can indulge in however you want to hang out.
I know,
you can hang out on the Minute Till podcast, man. We don't got no rules, regulations. Man.
I thought Jay's fiending right now. I feel like he was
No,
gonna
no, I'm
spark
good,
up.
man. Hey, look, before I started, I was like, well, let me go take a little 5-minute break. I said I'll be good. I'll be good for however long we're gonna sit here. I'll be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Sweet, bro. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on today. Love to have you guys sign the board. Just right now, quick update. We got Brenton Strange and we got Jordan Lewis on the board this week, which is great. So having Men and Teal sign is going to be the highlight of this week. So
Yeah, man, very much so the highlight. So just we have 4 Jaguar signatures: Brenton Strange, Jordan Lewis, Travis Etienne, and De'Ami Brown. And we also have Travis on there as well. So now we get Travis Holmes. Yeah, shout out to Travis Holmes, my guy. And now we get the Men and Teal guys on there, man. This board is coming together very, very well, man, and we're really proud of it right now, man. Yeah, you get some great company on there, man. Some great company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all right, boys. Well, let's go Jags and to beat these Niners and take care of business.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can we get a Duval before we get out of here?
Hey,
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Duval.